Hey, what's up? It's Sean, and I want to thank you for stopping by after reading the article about headlines. And I wanted to talk to you a little bit about why you need to use stories in order to really dominate your niche, sell more products, and absolutely be the hero of anyone you come into contact with. So, a little bit of context on this. So you see the headline or the bold type at the top of this page from The Atlantic that talks about how humans are inclined to see narratives where there are none. Well, the reason why stories work so well is because that's what they provide human beings. It provides us with context about why and how and where and all the things that we need to have in order to make decisions in our lives. For example, you might go make a major purchase. Say it's like for a house. It could be a car or, even, like a training piece or something. And, you'll hear people tell facts and they'll tell you all these great things. But what really does it is when someone says, now, I had this customer named Susie and she had this problem, and they tell you this story. And then you go, oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes perfect sense. So let me give you probably, I think, the best case study of all time, or one of the best case studies of all time for why you should use stories in your writing and how effective it can be. So about 20 years ago, a very, very infamous trial in the United States ended concerning one of the most popular athletes in history. His name was Orenthal James Simpson, better known as O.J. Simpson. Now, I won't get too deep in the weeds about the case, but the point is when he went to trial and he was arrested and he's put in court, the prosecution had an amazing amount of evidence. DNA, they had forensics, they had everything you would probably ever need to convict somebody, except they didn't have a really good story. They told facts. Cold, hard facts. And, on the surface, you might think, hey, well, what else do you need? Well, what happened is OJ's attorneys, led by Johnnie Cochran, came up with a story. And the story was that the LAPD had a history of violence against minorities. Well, turns out that story that they told, even though it didn't bear any resemblance to what they were dealing with at that particular case, but just the general context of that story got O.J. Simpson off of murder. Now, let's spin this to what you're doing. Obviously, I'm not worried about you getting off of murder. I'm sure you're not doing anything illegal. But imagine how powerful it would be if you used stories to sell your products. Well, what I'm going to do for you is I have a program. It's free. There's nothing you need to buy that I can send to you. Called Instant Stories. And what Instant Stories does is it gives you a framework for putting together really compelling, mouth-watering stories very quickly. Even if you don't think you know how to tell stories, even if you don't think you're very good at it, even if you just think you're less interesting than watching paint dry, which I'm sure you're not. I'm sure you're much more interesting than all of that. But it'll help you put them together very quickly, easily, and you will have a far greater, more fulfilling time with your writing than you did if you just give people cold hard facts. All you need to do is there's a link below this video. Just click it. It'll take you to a page, and all you need to do is just put in your email address so I know where to send it to you, and within moments you can start writing your own stories, and trust me, they're super powerful. You're going to be blown away, and that's why I'm giving it to you for free, so you don't have to trust me at all. You can just see for yourself. Okay, so go ahead and grab that. I will see you on the other side, and I look forward to hearing your stories about how well they did for you. All right, bye.